This is Lagos. Anything you see, you take, because plenty people are mad, but not everybody has received proper medical care to help their mental situation. When I tell you that living in Lagos is not for the faint-hearted, I honestly mean that with every breath and every fiber of my being. I've been on the road for 3 hours for a journey that took me slightly over 25 minutes to make initially coming back. So, story time. This is where it all started. I woke up early and requested an Uber to take me from Yaba to Ikeja for me to take Titan to the vet for his vaccination. Currently at the vet, I'm waiting for our turn. So this is the waiting area at the vet's place. This is where owners and their dogs sit while the dog handlers come in to take dogs' weight and take them into the consulting room. And we've been waiting for a few minutes now. The young man holding that dog is the vet who first attended to us when we first started using this service. I think he is the one we are waiting for. So let's see how it goes.
Sorry. Just a little treat, that's all.
I had to take my dog to the vet to get his vaccination. And woke up feeling really good. It was a good day. The sun was out, the weather was beautiful and everything. And I was like, oh yeah, it's going to be a good day. Be very positive. I even put on earrings to show you like how good of a day I was having. Requested an Uber, started my journey, got to the vet, they finished all the money in my account, but that aside, I was still like, you know what, it's going to still be a good day. What then happens? I then carry all my happiness and my joy, and I request a second ride, this time coming back home. So the journey or the distance from the vet to my house is give or take 25 minutes, but in Lagos it can take anywhere from 25 minutes up until 10 hours because of the traffic. I then request an Uber, and the Uber estimate shows 35 minutes. So I'm like, all right, it's not so bad. My vehicle finally shows up. I get in, start our journey back home. Somehow, after having to be under the scorching Lagos sun, and then you remember my home predicament of not having lights, I am now in a car that has like serious air conditioning, and somehow my body finally tells me, no, you are tired, you need a nap, you need to rest. And I shut my eye. Every now and then I open up my eyes to kind of take note of the surroundings. Where are we? Are we still on the right path? And everything. We are going well. Titan is also sleeping in my lap. We are relaxed. Just for me to open my eyes, because all of a sudden it feels like we are driving on a highway, free, at almost top speed. And I'm opening my eye because I'm like, this is fishy. We cannot be driving so fast in Lagos at this time. It's fishy. And lo and behold, we were on the BRT lane, and I'm like, they have specified bus parks, they have specific bus lanes, and regular and other commercial vehicles are not supposed to pass there. But somehow we are on that lane, and it's like, oh yeah, he's trying to escape traffic. And I'm like, okay, all right, do you? Unfortunately, we cannot get out of it until we reach the end. And then what do we see at the end? LASTMA officials. LASTMA officials. Oh my goodness. The moment they spot us, they come down and you can see them, they are already gingering, their bodies are becoming hot. They're like, hey, we have made money, we've caught one today, we've caught one. And I'm like, guys, slow down. And he turns and looks at me and he's like, pretend to be sick, pretend to be sick. And I'm like, I can't. As in, that is, first off, that's a lie. You shouldn't have even been on this, what do you call it, on this path. And before you can even say Jack Robinson, like 4 officials are already on top of the car, banging on the door. Open the door, stop. Open the door, stop there, back. And I'm like, first off, you guys are super disorganized, because like, who are we supposed to listen to? You're saying stop, you're saying pull over, open the door. Please, how is it supposed to do all of those things at once? You know, for how will I put it? Sitting down right now, it feels like everything was happening in under a minute because of how disorganized the officials were. They pull out this stick that has nails pointing upwards and they slide it under the guy's car and of course puncture his tire. So now he has a flat tire. And they are struggling and struggling to open his doors, and one, I think, breaks his passenger door handle and gets in and is already screaming and yelling. And me, I'm just like, see, hello, please, can you stop shouting? You're already inside, what else do you want? And I'm just looking at all of them because I'm like, you know what, it is still going to be a good day. You are not going to get stressed. You are going to have a wonderful Friday. You're going to go back home, you're going to shower, you're going to have a wonderful meal, you're going to try and feed Titan one of the feeds that you bought, and just have a good day. And in the evening, you sit and edit all your videos that you owe YouTube and watch a movie after you have edited and uploaded every single thing as a reward system. So I am super excited. Now so we see am, they drag bros from car. Next year another official come enter in motor, sit down for his chair and started driving the car, and I'm inside. And I'm like, better know where you're going to. Better not take me anywhere. Better park this car because I don't know what you're doing. Now like, madam, I said, don't even tell me, madam, calm down, anything. Better tell me where you're taking me to because I do not know what you're doing. The guy now peeps that, okay, it is not my vehicle. And then he calms down and then they pull up and they all start shouting and yelling, you're doing James Bond, you're doing this, you don't want to answer us, happy, kiniko. Meanwhile, they already have people they had already stopped prior to our arrival, but somehow they miraculously let them go after shaking hands. And in those hands that are being shook, I can see tight wads of money that have been folded to look so discreet. But of course now when you have 2020 vision like me, and I wish I had videoed it, but I couldn't video it because you know how Nigeria is. Not in the heat of the NSAS protest, I'll now go and bring out video camera and next thing they'll smash my phone. They now let the other cars go. This is at what do you call this, Palm Grove bus stop on Ikorodu Road in Lagos. I'm sure people know it. I'm sure people have experienced the what do you call it, LASTMA officials that are there, because those people, I reserve the comments I have. Next thing, one started shouting, you even be Uber, we don't jam, we don't make money. And I'm like, oh really? So that finally explains it all. It's because it's an Uber vehicle. That is why all of you are getting your panties all in a twist. Alright, now we know. Now we understand. That's why people are getting very gingered and excited, because you can smell the Uber money. You want Uber money, Abi? They are making noise, and I kind of convinced myself, Enabasi, you are not going to just, abandon ship and leave this guy. You're going to stay and see what the final decision is. Try and assist him. Like, be there. Let's see how they are going to sort it out. One woman is now coming and telling me I should come down from the car. I should come down. I'm like, come down, that what happened? Come down from the car, come down from the car. I literally turned my face. I bring out my phone and I send a message to my family group chat to how far, current situation, this is where I am. Because Nigeria, people cannot have sense. Abi some people can choose to not have sense, and like they say, this is Lagos. Anything you see, you take. Because plenty people are mad, but not everybody has received proper medical care to help their mental situation. And this is not to degrade mental health. This is actually to show that when you know you have mental health issues, please try and reach out and ask for help and assistance, especially when you're in a position to serve the public. You don't know when one of those things can just remove, and then you start acting up outside in public and disgracing yourself and your family. I was beginning to get agitated. Anywho, one guy now walks up and it's not like I should come down. He opens the back door, passenger seat, and it's like, who am I? What's my name? And very calmly, I'm even surprised at how calm I was. I was like, sorry, first off, I need you to put on your face mask, because I cannot forget that Corona is still outside. And he's now grumbling and putting it on. And I'm like, okay, good afternoon. What did you ask? I said, who are you? I said, how is that of any use? What do you need my name for? And for a moment there, he stops and is looking at me like, with this look of confusion on his face. And I'm like, what do you need my name for? And I said, is this an Uber? I tell him, ask the driver. Where are you going to? It is not any concern of yours where I am headed to. And he huffs and walks away. And at that moment, I actually then come down, shut the door, walk up to the driver and ask him to his face, what exactly are they saying? And he's like, he does not know, and the poor guy is confused, and he's being turned left, right, and center. Meanwhile, another vehicle is coming up in the same BRT lane, and you can hear them already jubilating. They've scored another one. And I'm just sitting here shaking my head. This is the rot and decay that Nigeria is currently facing, and it is terrible. All they know is that they are gonna cash out. Before you can even finish having the sentence, they haven't officially told him what's wrong. Next thing, they are bringing out cameras to start taking photos, and I see myself being included in the photos. So I'm like, alright, cool. I bring out my phone as well and start making a video. Next one is shouting, don't video me, don't. And I'm like, if you want to take a photo or a video of me and I'm included, I will include you as well. So my dear, you cannot be doing one thing and asking for the other thing not to be done. The woman now brings her phone and shows me that she's deleting it. I'm like, alright, cool. And I show her that I have deleted it. But Apple phones still remain superior. We have recently deleted. I don't say anything. Next thing, she's not like, I should better request another ride because this car, they are not releasing it. And I'm like, so what exactly are you doing to the car? And I said, that's that one, the driver and them, they will settle. I'm like, I'm sure that is not how it's supposed to be done. There are official proceedings. Where are you taking his car to? Madam, they brush me aside. A tow truck comes. They hitch the guy's vehicle to the tow truck, and boom, they take it away. And I just shake my head. I just say, all of you, in your mind now, you people have done work, you've done a job, and you're pleased with yourself. You haven't been able to tell this guy officially, this was your offense, this is what you're supposed to do. No receipt, no parking, parking offense paper, no offense sheet, nothing at all. You just take his vehicle, take a few pictures of him, and off you go. I started tell the guy, I'm like, okay, so how far, what's going on? He's like, don't worry, that he will go and sort it out. And he seems very calm. So I'm like, alright, since you think you have it sorted out, that's fine. I bring out my phone and I request an Uber. And luckily, I'm able to get one that is in the same vicinity. But now the problem is, because it's like the highway or a freeway or whatever way you call it, he cannot make any turns. Has to park his car somewhere up ahead, walk down to get me, and then the two of us then walk to his vehicle. The way I was sweating, Finally get to his vehicle. Before he drives us, I just say, sister, please hold on. I did not kill my mother, and nobody will kill me. And end up buying a bottle of Sprite, which is empty right now. I just finished it. I had to buy it, and it was super cold. Oh my goodness. So I buy the Sprite, and I also buy myself, where is it? I think I've thrown it away. Gala, Nigerian, well, not Gala. Gala is the generic name. Right. I buy myself Right. And I'm like, see, I'm hungry. I can't do it. I'm tired. So I eat my rice and I'm drinking my Sprite, sipping on my Sprite, sip sip. Thinking smooth journey. Before I can blink my eye, boom, in traffic again. End up spending another almost 40 minutes in a traffic that's a journey that was supposed to now be like 15 minutes because I was so close to home, but the traffic was horrible. To now compound things, like to make matters worse, Titan is in the back seat, and before I can blink my eye, he throws up all over this guy's seats. God. But the guy is so gracious enough to just say, you know what, he's going to take me. And he brings me all the way home. When I get home, I get into the house. I initially wanted to vlog on the way home, but that kind of just puts me off. I was like, I've messed up your chair. I'll now come and be vlogging again inside your car. Like, me self, I don't have fear. I don't have respect. So, I end up having to take a basin of water with soap and bleach. And then we both team up and clean his car seats. My goodness. Lagos 4 0. That's literally all I can say today. And at this note, I'm gonna end this vlog till further notice. Have you also experienced LASTMA officials? Have you experienced Lagos Gragra? Have you experienced the kind of traffic that will make you want to rip your hair out of your scalp? Let me know in the comment section below. Lagosians, if you're here, please give me a wave or a high five in the comment section below. Oh my goodness. I'm going to shower now and change into something more comfortable and set up outside in my compound to sit and edit the video. Oh, the glow up that I am beginning, I'm training to unleash on you.